Hey guys, what's up? Can't Flip for Ship here. As you can see, I have a very beautiful battle song here. This is the EPS Thai Wraith, as if you didn't know. The Bowie version, 14 of 25. This is a Blade Show pre-production. I have the pink Anno, so all in all, a very, very beautiful battle song. And yeah, guys, this is a long time coming, right? This, for a lot of people, is like their favorite or their best battle song that they have. So, I wanted to be fairly candid with this thing and not, be, dishonest or really kind of like think about what I think about this thing and really have a pretty good opinion about it. So even though I've had this battle song for a little while, I'm going to still kind of call this a first impression video. So I've had it for a couple days. As you see me flipping it now is probably like more so that I've flipped it, you know what I mean? So like this is the right now is the most I've flipped it in one go. Just because when I first got it, it wasn't necessarily my, it wasn't exactly first priority to flip it. I had other things going on. But now I have this great opportunity to flip it and I'm really, really enjoying it, man. It feels like the kind of thing that you can really, really get smooth with. To me, it feels like it's a little bit closer to neutral, which is about right. A lot of people like that neutral feel, and it feels really, really good. To me, so one thing about this battle song is it's extremely beautiful. The fit and finish, the quality, you can feel it immediately when you use it, you know what I mean? So like that's the first thing you notice, right, is the quality, the fit and finish. And for me, it was almost pretty much immediate that I felt it. So and also it's a looker, right? It's a very beautiful looking battle song. A lot of people online say like, hey, this is very pretty. I like the way this looks. It is based in looks in a lot of ways. So then to see that that's like one of the things that you're going to get of it. And again, at this price point, right, you should expect those things, but still you don't take them for granted. And yeah, so it has that, right? And so it checks the boxes in that realm, in that world. And the next thing you're probably thinking is like, okay, so does it flip? Because that's a big part of it, right? That's a big part of, what makes these battle songs so great, what makes them so good. I'm really yapping away, huh? Just saying a bunch of buzzwords. But yeah, so I wanted to see how it would flip, and honestly, it flips fantastically. Takes some while to get used to. Like, as you can see me here flipping it, like I'm getting more used to it as it's kind of going on. But this is the kind of battle song, like, this is one of those battle songs where when you flip it, you realize to yourself, like, okay, this might be like the only battle song you ever need. Ladders are not looking good today. But yeah, it really feels that way. It really feels super, super secure, super like, it just like, I remember I watched a video of Will Hurst on this, and he said, it feels like when you mess up, it's user error. And I think I would tend to agree there. Like, I feel like this battle song does everything that you need it to do. And that's really mostly like, that's really the story, right? It does everything you need it to do. It doesn't slouch. Like it's very smooth. It has a decent amount of momentum. And that's another thing that I noticed when I first picked it up was like, okay, so the momentum on this thing, it has a lot more momentum than you would think. And for having the balance that it does and having the weight that it does, some battle songs in that range don't have the same level of momentum. This thing has some really good momentum. The sound is great. Again, as I'm flipping it here, I can kind of tell that one thing I'm going to have trouble with is chaplains. So, it's not like it chaplains poorly. EPS, has this thing with the other EPS knife that I had as well, the 101. The chaplains are just a little bit weird, and I think it has to do more so with the fact that it's like a little bit, what's it called? A little bit blade biased, or maybe like, I mean, not blade biased, but more like neutral, which affects the way it flips and stuff like that. So always something of consideration. But I mean, all in all, it's a great product. and the balance is manageable. But like, see, just now, like I just did this what's it called, the scissor, the draft, and the momentum was so much so on the knife that it feels almost like it doesn't, it has a little bit of trouble with some of these things as I'm kind of flipping it now and getting the feel for it. It has a little bit of trouble like stopping the, like a lot of bell songs, there's these micro movements where you stop the motion, and for this one it feels like it doesn't do that as easily. Like, it has a lot of carrying momentum, so it is like a little bit, you have to be a little bit more accurate with your transitions between tricks, which is fine. It's something that you can work your way into, but like for this one, I don't know, you know, that's just a small little thing here that I'm trying to reconcile with. But yeah, I'm getting the hang of it. You know, all in all, a great battle song, what it feels like so far. And I could see myself really enjoying this. It's wowed me in terms of fit and finish. It's wowed me in terms of, you know, the flippability, even from just practicing with it for a little bit. And then all I just need to get down is like that. Like my aerials are a little bit, they're a little bit lackluster. They could be better, right? Oof. So that's one thing. Like, I think it moves a little bit interestingly through the air, something I'm not sort of used to. I just got to keep practicing. But other than that, man, it's really good. Yeah, EPS Thai Wraith, you know, it's funny about a song like this. You think about the price range, you think about like what something like this brings to the table, and the expectations are obviously very high, right? It's like, okay, well, this is a ballad song that everybody says is like the ballad song that you have to know, you know what I mean? Or the ballad song you have to try. They're like, oh, it's so good. And, you know, so you kind of think to yourself like, well, it can't be that good, right? You don't want to overhype it. And so then in some sense, like something that has been overhyped now becomes underhyped because everybody hyped it so much. But in all actuality, you know, I really enjoy this. And I think it's, you know, the hype that it has is definitely deserved. I would say that. Having felt it, you know, having seen, you know, what it brings to the table, just in the short period of time that I've been flipping it, I think the hype that it has is definitely a deserved level of hype, because it is flipping away, and it feels, looks, and flips amazing. I mean, what more could you ask for from a ballad song, right? Holy shit. Oh my god, I would cut this, but it's like, it's actually genuinely funny that I fucking did that shit. It's like when you go to like pick something up, like, you know, and then you're already having a long day and you go to pick something up and it's like you keep missing it, or like you pick it up and drop it. Anyways, but yeah, there's not too much more rambling on about this with this video, because I just wanted to come out and give some impressions, right? This is a first impressions video. I will have a full review later on, so don't trip if, you know, I didn't divulge as much as you wanted me to, because there's more to cover with this. So I will cover it more. But I mean, for now, like, you should be satisfied, right? Like, this is a great ballad song. The next time that I make a video, or the next time that I do a review on this, I will know like fully how it flips, which is great, because it takes some getting used to with every ballad song to feel what's the right thing, what's the wrong thing. So yeah, that's the Bowie Thai Wraith. What are my first impressions? I genuinely have not been impressed with a knife in this way since my Bowie Kraken when I very first got it. There's moments where you kind of get exposed to things and it kind of unleashes a new level of quality that you didn't know was possible. And again, you know, it happens in different price ranges. Like, this is obviously in a completely different price range than some of these other things that I've been flipping and doing. So obviously that's like to be expected, right? But still, it's still worth noting that it's appreciable how high quality this is. And yeah, so let me know down in the comments, guys. Have you tried one of these? What do you think about it? Let me know what you want to know, like what questions you have that you want to know in the review, and I will cover it. But if that's where we are, if that's all we have left to say, then I guess it's time for me to say rock on. Rock on.